Welcome to the speaking section of IELTS examination. My name is Sapna Dhamecha and I would be your examiner for this part of the test. And this test would be recorded. May I know your full name, please?
Yes, my full name is Jasprit Kaur.
How may I address you?
You can call me by my first name Jasprit.
Where do you live?
I hail from Masinwala, which comes under the state of Punjab. Moreover, it is approximately 10 kilometers away from this destination.
Okay, Jasprit. Do you study or work?
To be very honest, I am a student. Recently, I have done my senior secondary examination with flying colors. Now I am pursuing my Bachelor of Science from Patiala University.
Now, few questions will be based on photographs. Do you like to take photographs?
Indeed, being a photoholic, I love to capture photographs with different views. By this way, I can express my creativity.
Okay, great. Do you prefer to take photos yourself or have other people take photos?
Well, I prefer take photos myself because I can control the composition and angle. However, I also don't mind with others while taking photos when I am with my family or friends.
That's great. So, before moving further to this interview, here I would like to announce that at your IELTS partner platform, we are offering online classes. Be this is reading, writing, speaking. If you guys wish to enroll, you can. First of all, you can book free demo classes. The number is displayed below, and later on, you can enroll in our courses. Thank you so much. Okay. How long have you liked taking photographs?
Well, I remember exactly when I was in 10th class. On that time, I purchased my first mobile phone, and through that time, I like taking photographs as it is the only source to refresh the past moments.
Mm-hmm. Okay, in what situations do you take photographs?
Well, there are a lot of situations when I like to take photographs during holidays, family functions, or whenever I see something beautiful like a sunset or any scenic view. On that time, I love to capture photographs.
Wonderful. Now, few questions will be based on birthday. How do children celebrate birthdays in your country?
Well, in my country, in children usually celebrate birthdays with the parties, cake, and games. They usually invite their near and dear ones, and there are so many fun activities there. And on that day, the birthday child blows out the candles on the cake and makes a wish.
Mhm. Okay, how did you celebrate your last birthday?
Frankly speaking, on my last birthday, I went to the Gurdwara Sahib with my mother in order to get blessing from the God. And in the evening, I cut the cake with my family member. And after that, I visited slum areas for distributing the food and snacks to the small children.
Mhm. Okay, what kinds of birthday gifts do you like to receive?
Well, there are a lot of gifts that are like to see, like that are thoughtful and practical. That includes books, technical gadgets, and something related to my hobbies.
Great. Is there any difference between the way you celebrated your birthday in the past and the present?
Frankly speaking, there is no much difference within the celebration of my today's birthday and in the past. As I talk about the past time, as in the past, I used to celebrate my birthday in a simple way, like as I just distributed candies and sweets to my friends and teachers. But nowadays, I mark my birthday with a lot of pomp and show.
That's great. Okay, now few questions will be based on staying up. Do you often stay up late, Jasprit?
No, I do not like to stay up late because I like to go to my bed at a regular schedule. If I like to stay up late, then it can disrupt my sleep.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel the next day when you stay up late compared to when you go to bed early?
When I stay up late, then I can feel sluggish and unfocused that day, as my energy levels are low and make it hard to concentrate on my work and study too.
Okay. What are some reasons why people choose to stay up late?
Well, there are so many reasons why people like to stay up late. As some people enjoy time for hobbies, and some like to talk with their near and dear ones. Moreover, some night owls feel more energetic during the night time. So this can also be the reason why they choose to stay up late.
Great. Did you stay up late when you were a kid?
When I was kid, I did not stay up late because on that time I did not have any kind of tasks to do at night, so I was usually kick my pillow at 9 o'clock.
That's wonderful. This is end of the part one, Jaspreet. You did great. And now I'm giving you a cue card. This is your cue card. And if you wish to plan your answer, then you can make notes. So exactly I'm giving you 1 minute to plan your answer, and you have to speak between 1 and 2 minutes. So most of the candidates, those who are appearing in IELTS, they are worried about the questions, be this is part one or Q card or follow-ups. So if you guys want to take help of us, then you can contact us on the given number below WhatsApp, where we can share the PDF also. But if you join our courses, be it is IELTS speaking, writing or reading, then you will get variety of tips, techniques and templates which can help you to get desired band score in minimum time limit. Thank you.
May I start now?
Yes, Jaspreet.
Okay, parties are a social gathering that bring people together to celebrate, connect, and simply enjoy each other's company. Even I have attended so many parties throughout my life, like as birthday parties, anniversary parties, and so on. But today I would like to share some light on a party that I relish a lot. I vividly recall last summer there was my friend's natal day, and he invited me at this party.
Mm-hmm.
It was a small gathering, was about 20 people, including close friends and family members. Uh, and if I talk about where it was held at his farmhouse, which was beautifully embellished with fairy lights and colorful decorations.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to a question what kind of party it was a casual party filled with fun activities, and we started with a barbecue, enjoying mouth-watering dishes, and in the evening time, we cut the cake and gave presents to my friend. After that, we did some fun and frolic activities together and did a lot of dance on Punjabi songs. Last but not the least, I enjoyed that party because it was a perfect blend of good food, great music, and there was a wonderful company. I
Hmm.
felt so special there because I enjoyed a lot there with their near and dear ones, and and I also created lasting moments there that I never forget in my life, and some are still remembered. Mm, Lastly, I would say that the joy and laughter shared that night made it an unforgettable experience for me.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. This is end of the cue card. Now I'm going to ask you some follow-up questions, and these follow-up questions will be based on the cue card. Okay, what are the differences between holding a party at home and in a public place?
Well, there is a huge difference between holding a party at home and in a public place. If I talk about holding party at a house, it is quite cozy and provide private seating. It's usually cheaper and because we have to pay only for food and drinks. On
Mm-hmm.
the paradoxical side, public place offer more space for bigger groups and
Mm-hmm.
also provide better facilities, but it can be expensive due to rental cost.
Okay. What would you do if you were disturbed by a neighbor's party?
Honestly speaking, if my neighbor's party was too loud, firstly I would try to remain calm. If the noise was too excessive, then I might politely ask them to lower the volume. Apart from that, if that did not work, then I will complain to the authorities against them.
Hmm. Okay. Do you think music and dancing are must at a party?
Yes, definitely. Music and dancing are essential parts of a party because they create a fun atmosphere and enhance the enjoyment. When people dance, they usually feel more energetic and relaxed, which helps them to break the ice and encourage them to socialize. Moreover, music and dancing can also elevate the experience and make the event more memorable.
Okay. Do you think those who tend to stay at home are less healthy than those who often attend parties?
Well, according to my viewpoint, it is difficult to say that those who stay at home are less healthy because health depends upon many factors. People who often attend parties may have more social interaction, which can be beneficial for them. If someone stay at home and engage activities like exercising, eating balanced diet, and getting good sleep, they can also be healthy. So balance is essential, as social activities like parties are important for them. But balancing, but maintaining a health can also be really important for them.
Okay, so you mean to say that doesn't affect that when they are going to do the parties, then if they are involving themselves in some physical activities, then they may be healthy.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jaspreet. Thank you. So now this is time to give the feedback for Jaspreet's interview. So those people who are appearing or those who are planning to take IELTS test, I guess they are quite familiar. There is a criteria in IELTS speaking. If you are new to IELTS, then you must understand that there is a criteria of 4 parameters. On the basis of that, the score will be given by the examiner on the day of examination. The number one criteria is fluency and coherence. Second, vocabulary, lexical resource. Third one, GRA, grammatical range and accuracy. And last one, pronunciation. So here I am giving the feedback on the basis of this criteria, 4 parameters, because in the final examination, you are definitely being judged by examiner on the basis of these 4 parameters. So before going to examination, take care of these 4 parameters, because most of the students, those who join my demo classes or those who join my classes, they actually do not know. When they join the classes, I'm surprised that they are not aware about the criteria or the 4 parameters. So you must understand this. So first of all, I would like to talk about the fluency and the coherence part. This was great because she was not speaking with much effort. So whenever you are appearing in IELTS speaking test, if you are speaking with more and more efforts, then your fluency will be counted negative and then your examiner will not give you good score. So try to speak plain, try to speak normal without hesitation and without putting too much efforts on your sentences and words. And she maintained this criteria. And coherence wise, she was great because she used variety of connectors, be this was part 1 follow-ups or the cue card. She used variety of connectors like on the other hand, last but not the least, additionally, and even she said on the paradoxical side of it. So if you are using these type of connectors, then when you are jumping one idea to another idea, and especially in the cue card, when you are jumping one bullet to another point, then if you are using these connectors, then definitely you are strong at your coherence part. And she did great in fluency and coherence part. Secondly, the lexical resource. This was very excellent because she used variety of words and very uncommon on and rare words. Most of the time when the candidates they join my online classes or they just sit in front of me for the demo class, then they speak very normal, very plain. They use some rare words and very common words. So if you really want to get desired band score 7 or more, then just go for uncommon and rare words. And she used over here like natal day, embellished, and fairy lights. Moreover, mouth watering dishes. She used some idiom also. One of them was mouth watering dishes, fun and frolic. Moreover, a perfect blend of music and food. She used this good line also: cherish, lasting memories, electrifying experience. And in the follow up, also, she used some good words like cozy, private sitting, and on the paradoxical side of it, when she was using connector and then she used it in a phrase line, paradoxical side of it, break the ice. Again, this idiomatic language she used. So in the entire speaking, she had taken care of this vocabulary part. On the GRA part, grammatical range and accuracy, though she had done some rare errors, but if while doing some practice, I am sure that she'll be able to cover those errors also. So before going to the final examination, you must take care of your grammatical range and accuracy part, where you need to speak your idea in different sentences, be active, passive, complex and compound. So this is really very important because majority of candidates, those who sit in this examination, they do not take care of this part. Last one is the pronunciation, where I'm a bit disappointed in the pronunciation part because I found a regional language touch in her language, but she was quite clear because I was able to understand her thoroughly. So from where you belong to, it doesn't matter, be you are from South India, North India, or you are living in abroad. So whatever accent you are using, but your pronunciation must be clear, so that on the day of exam, I mean that on the day of examination, you must be clear. So whatever you are speaking, examiner must understand you. So hope this will be helpful. Thank you so much.